Lots of new information about Lord of the Rings of Power coming out today because of San Diego Comic-Con. They put out a new trailer. It's about 3 minutes long, full of the same Game of Thrones looking stuff. I'm not really excited for this. And let me tell you, like, the main number one reason why me and a lot of people just aren't excited for this is it's because, once again, it's a beloved franchise getting the modern treatment. Have you ever seen that meme of the Grim Reaper going door to door and there's like franchises or something? The one I'm talking about has like franchises. They're all bloodied and killed. And then he's knocking on the next one. Well, right now he's knocking on Lord of the Rings. I don't think this is going to be a good show. Every time one of these shows are snatched up and revived or added to, right? Like they're like, okay, well, we're going to take Lord of the Rings now and we're going to create a new prequel series, bringing it back, because it's been a long time since we've had any Lord of the Rings. It's always woke, and it's always a mess, and it's always lazy. And I think this show is going to be garbage. And hardcore Tolkien fans, they have some extreme reasons to hate this shit, just because of the fact that it spits in the face of what came before, and it doesn't pay any attention to the lore at all. Turns out it's looking like they fired the guy who was in charge of making sure that the show followed the lore. They fired him, probably because he was speaking up against this garbage show. But I wanted to show you, already getting ratioed. This came out earlier today. Every time they put this stuff out, it gets ratioed. Every time. And people come in here and make fun of it and talk shit in the comments. I really enjoy this one. I loved it when Slim Shady rapped One Ring to Rule Them All verse. Truly one of the songs of all time. And the reason that comment exists is because of this. I'd like you to meet the guy playing Sauron. That's him. Slim Shady. Doesn't he look like Eminem? So this is the big scary bad. This will be his human form. It's true. He is a shapeshifter, as this person puts it here. But seriously, he looks like a clown. This is going to be his primary form. I don't give a damn if he's a shapeshifter or not. This is his primary form that he's going to use in the show. So who cares? If he can make himself look like anything, he chooses to make himself look like ass. So it's like, well, okay, that's not really strong logic there, Jermaine. Check this out, too. This is interesting. A lot of these up. These live streams, cast Q&A live streams. Patton Oswalt, once again, who considers himself king of the nerds. Nobody's given him this title, but he considers himself that. I can't stand Patton Oswalt. I think he's a clown. And not in a funny way. I just think he's a clown person. I don't like him. And I think I'm probably not the only one, by the way, getting ratioed. They have turned the chat off, and they shut the comments down. I don't know why they did. I wonder if it's because of Patton Oswalt's 24-minute video. Maybe they dissed the fans in this, given that Patton Oswalt is the host of this Q&A. I wouldn't find that to be a crazy statement that maybe he calls criticism from, like, calls the criticizers man babies, stuff like that. Like, that's his MO. And it probably pissed off the chat, and the comments were probably noticing that and talking about it, so they turned him off. And the reason that I've noticed that is because the other ones don't have comments turned off. They didn't even have a chat, by the way, as far as I can tell. But the comments aren't off. The comments aren't off for these. It's interesting. So I don't know what happened during this live stream. It's 24 minutes. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow and go through it and see if I can find what pissed off everybody. But it's interesting. This is the only time they've turned the comments off. I don't think they even turned the comments off for the trailers that have a huge ratio. These ratios aren't going to stop. I mean, you have a director who's made it clear he does not understand Tolkien's work. This is a problem. This is something that pisses off fans of this series. It's interesting, and I'm really curious to how this show is going to perform. I really am. I can't wait for this to come out just so I can see where it ends up on watch time with Amazon. I'm pretty sure the first week. So Amazon doesn't drop episodes all at once, from what I understand. I don't think they do the binge model. Or maybe they do. If someone could confirm that in the comments, that would be great. If they release one episode at a time, then what's going to happen is the first week, it'll shatter records, and then you won't hear anything ever again. Or they're going to drop it all at once, and the show's going to get talked about for about a week, and then no one's going to talk about it again. That's a very big possibility. That's a very big possibility. So it's just a mess with this show. Everyone can see it. This one, Lord of the Rings of Power San Diego Comic-Con panel is a disaster. Is anyone surprised? I wonder if that's why they turned off all of the stuff. I don't know. I'd like to know what happened with that Patton Oswalt stuff. Maybe I will watch that tomorrow and see if something happened in that, because I'd like to know why they turned the comments off. By the way, they're already gearing up. I don't want to make a separate video on this because I don't want to give it any clout, but that Game of Thrones series is taking a page from Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. This guy's saying that because he's a black Targaryen, people were coming after him. Doesn't show any receipts. I don't care, because I'm not going to watch this show anyway. I'm not going to watch this show, so I don't care what he looks like. I call BS. I don't think this is real. I think this is just blasting fans, because this show's going to get heavily criticized. Heavily criticized. Big time. Just like Lord of the Rings. So what do? Well, they just call you a racist. Boom. No more criticism. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.